a perfect post, a perfect video post on YouTube. Obviously, a perfect post for everyone is different, but a perfect post for me is something creative. I'm an artist, so when it's something creative that I've made, such as a painting or a song, a guitar singing song, a poem, a rant, a movie, a meme, something else creative that I've done. That would be my most ideal. Also, anything dealing with bipolar or mental health is also in my idea of a perfect post. And what I'm getting at here is that my perfect post is something creative or something mental health related, which are both very small posts on YouTube. Very small. What I mean is that my art, my bipolar rants don't usually get that many views. It's just because there's so much content. There's so much creative content on YouTube. I mean, the whole concept of YouTube is for us to create stuff, which is awesome. But, sometimes the independent type stuff doesn't get as many views because it's overshadowed by some other creative type of stuff that takes the user's, time away from smaller, more experimental type of art like myself, which might not jump off the page, if you will, with the viewer sometimes. Sometimes it's a slow drip. You know what I mean? Anyway, perfect post is 100 views. That's it. Believe it or not, that's it. Most of my stuff gets under 100 views. Some of my stuff gets over 1,000 views. But I'm not going to deny the fact that I look at my view counts. I'm human. Come on. I'm not really posting for views most of the time. Sometimes I am. Sometimes I have very specific videos I post that are, under 30 seconds, and I post those just for views, trying to get views sometimes. Like 15-second movie clips, Anyway, so my perfect post gets 100 views. For a painting, a poem, or a bipolar rant about mental health or the healthcare system being broken, 100 views is really good for me. Again, I don't know where I stand in this conversation with others, but I'm just saying, for me, 100 views on something like that is excellent. That's 100 people. That's 100 people looking at my content, I mean, that's pretty awesome. That's like if I put a painting in a gallery, an art gallery, it's like 100 people coming in and walking by. Not just walking by, but actually looking at my painting. Depending on how long the post is, if it's a few minutes long, sometimes I'll try to keep everything under 3 minutes, because on YouTube, the shorts, which, they're trying to push and to compete with TikTok, the YouTube shorts is 3 minutes or less. So everything I do is usually under 3 minutes. So it's like I do 2 minutes, 59 seconds, 0.5 millisecond. Is that what that is? Millisecond or something? And then YouTube usually adds a second to the video. I don't know why or where the second is, but whenever I post videos, of like 2 minutes and 59 seconds, 0.5 millisecond. When I post it, it'll show like 3 minutes or 3:01. It still registers as a short. If you post a video over 3 minutes, it won't be a short, it'll be a video. But if you post a video that's 2 minutes 59 seconds, 0.5 of a second, for some reason, like I said, YouTube adds a second to it. So the video will look like it's 3 minutes or 3 minutes and 1 second long, but it's not. And you still get credit for being under the shorts. You're under 3 minutes, even though it looks like it. You get my point. Anyway, so under 3 minutes is like the magic place to be. Under 1 minute's even better. Under 30 seconds is even better than that. But I'm not talking about time in this video. I've talked about some time in some videos, instructional videos on how to get 1,000 views. I talk about time. But in this video, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about making any creative video or any video about bipolar and getting 100 views on it. Any length. Some of my bipolar rants are hours long. Some of my stuff, like I mentioned, is much shorter. I'll video record one of my paintings. So I'll I'll get it, go in and get closer and show close-ups and, pan throughout the whole painting. And it can be like 5-6 minutes. And I'll post that, and if I get 100 views on that, which happens, that's awesome. That's a total score for me. So anyway, 100 views, and then further, the perfect post for me, the perfect listing, the perfect video on YouTube is 1 like. Again, I know it sounds very low in my expectations, but this is just the perfect post for me. Awesome posts and excellently received posts and viewed and all that sort of stuff. I'm not talking about that, I'm just talking about a perfect post for me. What my idea of a perfect post is. So anyway, 1 view, 1 like. I don't know why the dislike button is there. I have no idea. I've never used it myself. I've never actually had a dislike from anyone. And I post a lot of controversial shit, like anti-God stuff, just destroying and talking smack about Jesus and all of its followers and things like that. And I've gotten comments and stuff, obviously, but I've never gotten a dislike. Like, nobody uses that button. Why is it even there? Can someone comment below and tell me why the dislike button is there? Is it used? Are people using it? If I press like and there's a dislike, does that like cancel out the dislike and it goes away? I don't know. I've never actually seen. I'm not really paying attention like anybody else because we're just focusing on the likes. Dislikes not even a conversation on YouTube. I don't even know why it's there. But anyway, can you dislike a video? Can you press it? Does it do anything? How come it just shows likes when you look at your videos on your channel? It doesn't show up as dislikes. You have to click on the video and then watch it, and then on the right side there's a dislike button. But again, not even involved in my life on YouTube at all, the dislikes. I wish it was. I wish people disliked videos. It would really help me out to know if people are disliking the video. That helps us creators learn and be able to tailor our content better in the future. So that way there's less dislikes and more likes. But, I don't know. I have no idea. So anyway, 1 like is, you might look at videos and say, oh, that video has 100,000 likes. Right? To get someone to like a video, from my perspective, from my experience, from my small little channel that I have, to get someone to like a video, it takes a lot. It's what I mean is that it's gonna happen because I moved the user, the viewer. I moved them in some sort of positive way, and you don't know where you're moving them. Is it the content itself, the idea, the concept, or is there one part of the video that they got moved by? It could be people disliking, um, you know, it's hard to say, but in some way, I moved someone to press the like button. It could be an accident. Sometimes it's an accident, and they go away. I don't know why that is or how that works, but I noticed that I'll post a video, and sometimes I'll get a like, and it's on an art video, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man! Someone liked my stuff, and then the like goes away, and it just disappears, and it's not there anymore, and I'm just like, what? So anyway, someone likes the video, right? And then my perfect video or posting doesn't even involve a comment. I never get comments. I rarely ever get them. Like I said, if I do something insanely controversial, I'll get a lot of hate comments, of course. But or if I do something like I'm dancing, like I have impromptu dance parties that I'll just do to the Cure or the Beatles or something like that, and I'll just start dancing. And if I look stupid, I'll get a comment about that. But I've gotten a comment recently on an art video. Hey, great work, stuff like that. I'm not saying that my life, is living or dying based on comments or likes. I'm just saying that that these are just my type of comments that I get. What I'm saying is that my perfect post doesn't involve comments. You would think it would. One view, 100 views, one like, one comment, but no, because getting someone to like takes a lot for me. To get someone to actually go through the effort of liking, I had to really move them in some sort of special way. A lot of views, 100 views, and no likes. These If they watch the video to the end, that gets into the algorithm conversation. I'm not going to have that right now. But if the viewer watches the video to the end, that would show that they do like it. I mean, maybe not, right? Maybe someone, like the Howard Stern rule, the majority of his viewers or listeners on his old radio station, majority of them were haters, and they wanted to hear what he had to say next. So watching to the end could be haters. They just hate what they're watching, and they just want to see it the next second, the next few minutes. They want to see what's next. How bad is it? How anti their beliefs is it? How against what they believe in is it? How all these things, and they could be. I would think if someone doesn't like the video, they just click off, and just go away, and then that would slow your momentum of getting more views. The more people that don't stay to the end, it would slow down your view count. But I mean, that's algorithm stuff. But truthfully, that is how it works. There's a lot of different type of stuff as far as how fast, and how long, and all sorts of stuff. Are they liking? Are they commenting at all? I'm not getting into that conversation. I'm way too tired for that. I'm exhausted, but. Anyway, so to get someone to like, for me, it does take a lot. I do get some videos where I get 25 likes, or I don't know what my highest like count is. I've gotten some videos. I had one video that reached 10,000. That was a Howard Stern video and Jimmy Kimmel interview. And then I don't know how many likes, but sometimes you'll get that, like 10,000 views. And like the like count is really low. So that just, again, maybe that shows that it's the haters watching that video. Ironically, Stern, it's just ironically, but it's the same conversation we're having. Maybe it's the haters watching it to the end. They just hate Stern and Kimmel, and they want to see what's next, what's said next. Nobody's watching them, so they can just watch this as long as they want. Their friends don't know that they're watching this, and stuff like that. So maybe that is what that is. But anyway, so one like this person really enjoyed some of the content or the whole video or whatever, was moved to actually take the extra moment to click on like. Doesn't matter to anyone except for them, maybe me, maybe a few other users seeing my video that see a like that could help them out to say, hey, let me give this a view. You know, that sort of communication by using the like system. But anyway, and then yeah, a comment would be something like really moving the individual. Like if they really like the painting that they're looking at, you know, and they like it, the video, and then they would comment and say, hey, awesome painting. You know, to get someone to do that, you have to move them in some special way. Or no one's just, they're not going to comment. There's just no purpose or reason for them to spend the time unless they're extremely moved in some sort of way, good or bad, to leave a comment. But so that's my perfect post. 100 views, 1 like, on a creative or bipolar video. And truthfully, if anyone wants to know why I'm on YouTube or why I'm posting, that's why. That's exactly why. It's to get 100 views and 1 like on a creative or bipolar video. And that satisfies me, that makes me happy, that allows me to keep creating the content that I love to create, and that some people are viewing, some people are liking. That's a perfect ecosystem for me.